Thank you.
You.
Let's go. MLS Next Pro's opening weekend of play saw some incredible team performances and some standout individual ones. Here, we highlight all of our players in the spotlight following match day 1. And where better to start than with our performer of the week? Academy player Leo Konan notched his first goal and assist in Minnesota United FC2's 3-0 win. In the 18-year-old's league debut, he used his speed to get into Real Monarch's box before tapping it across for goal number 2 on the night. And he wasn't the only individual with a big open.
Now, boys, come on. Easy, jogging it back.
Ready, let's go. Let's go, boys.
How's everybody feeling? Good. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys, nothing left to say. Just enjoy yourselves. Trust yourselves. Stay together. It's a special moment. Savor it and enjoy. Come on.
This thing that is a non-negotiable. We walk off this field working 10 times harder than every single one of them.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
I don't care if it doesn't go our way. I don't care if it's perfect. We're gonna walk off this field working harder. And we're gonna walk off this field. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Positive, boys, come on.
Austin on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come on.
MLS Next Pro fans, we are back. Michelle Montaigne alongside my co-host Samara Perez, getting ready for season 2, which will be here very, very soon. And since this league does things a little bit differently, we're here to explain MLS Next Pro fans, we are back. Michelle Montaigne alongside my co-host
Yes. Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Mic check 1, mic check 2. Mic check 1, mic check 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check 1. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop.
Opening weekend of play saw some incredible team performances and some standout individual ones. Here, we highlight all of our players in the spotlight following match day 1. And where better to start than with our performer of the week, Academy player Leo.
It's match week 2 of the 2023 MLS Next Pro campaign. On this Sunday evening in Foxborough, New England Revolution 2 return home looking for 3 more points after victory at Atlanta last weekend. Revs 2 play host to New York City FC 2, who make their season debut tonight. It's all coming up in moments here on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. Welcome into the broadcast. I'm AJ Ricketts. A pleasure to be alongside you here in the opening stages of this new season in this young league. The second season of MLS Next Pro action. Both of these clubs looking to take steps forward after 2022 campaigns just outside a playoff position. Hey, let's dive right in, take a look at the starting 11. Starting off with Revs 2 back home at Gillette Stadium, led by manager Clint Piet, Jake Brzezinski, and Pierre Caillet, the 2 goal scorers at Atlanta United 2 last weekend. Marcos Diaz also up front, the Golden Boot winner from last season with 6 goals for Revs 2. They are in the starting 11 here as we take a look. Again, led by manager Clint Piet in his 4th year guiding this Revs squad. Caillet in the back line here for Revs 2. Rivera, Adebayo, Smith, and Diaz up front. Brzezinski had a nice performance last week, a goal and an assist in the win over Atlanta United on the road, which got kind of dicey towards the end. We'll talk much more about that as we take a look at Coach Pilkington's squad. You look up front, and there is some goal-scoring savvy along the front 3 for visiting NYCFC 2. Strikers John Dennis and Jonathan Jimenez, they combined for 24 goals last season. New York City FC 2, guided by headman Matt Pilkington, who has been with the organization since 2016. Weather conditions tonight, 40 degrees, light winds, no chance of rain. Sergei Boyko is the head referee this evening. We are just about set to get things underway. Gillette Stadium, a pleasure to have you with us. AJ Ricketts alongside you. It's Revs 2, NYCFC 2. Should be a fun one this evening. One of the nightcaps of MLS Next Pro Sunday action. Glad to have you with us tonight. NYCFC in the orange kits this evening. Everybody just about set to go. Revs 2 coming off what eventually became a dramatic 3-2 win over Atlanta United 2 as we're underway. Revs 2, NYCFC 2 here in Foxborough. These two had a number of entertaining affairs throughout the course of last season. As immediately NYC gonna play it over the top. Nico Campuzano in goal for Revs 2. Alex Rando, the keeper for NYC. Rando 18 starts last season, 40 saves, 25 goals against. Campuzano was acquired in December. 14 saves for FC Cincinnati 2 in 2022. Victor Souza will initiate in from the near side. Back to Campuzano. Yeah, Revs 2 went up 3 goals to nil at Atlanta United last week. Atlanta also had an own goal to start the scoring in that game, and then Brzezinski had the goal and assist to Caillet. Everything was rolling, and all of a sudden Atlanta United, they scored 2 goals in the final touches of that game, one in the 84th and one in the 90th. Clint Piet, we were talking with him before this game, the manager of Revs 2, he said, look, you know, we had a little bit of adversity towards the end of that game. Certainly could have finished it better, but it was interesting to see how the squad reacted to that in the final minutes of stoppage time. And looking to shut the door, responding to the adversity, even though they didn't have to go too long. I was pleased that they still wound up with the 3 points. They always take 3 points on the road to start off a season. Foul on Revs. A little bit of a tangle right after as New York was looking at getting it played up quickly. Rosansky stepping in there, saying, we're gonna wait a second here, let our defense get set. Rosansky's been playing in the league for quite some time. That was actually his first goal for Revs too. He's played over 3,000 minutes as part of the club. That was goal number 1. PA said that was awesome to see him finally get one. Certainly very deserving. One of the vocal leaders of this Revs 2 club. He's going to settle things down. Feel out positive attacking moments when to press. Guides a lot of young players on this club. This is played over the top to the near side. John Dennis on the left wing. Cuts inside. Laying it off. Positive moments here for City. Looking to get a shot away. Elias, send it back. Here's Sam Owusu. Good idea in, but no problem for Campuzano coming off his line. Reading that distribution. It'll be fun to see what Jonathan Jimenez try to do this evening. Dennis with 15 starts last year, 14 goals. U.S. Youth national team experience and background. Also earned a call-up to the Honduras national team this past February. Meaningful moment for him in his career, the former Columbia Lion. Whistle on the far side there. This foul goes against City. Kaye, a goal scorer from last week. Gonna find a man on the run here. Some numbers on the far side as Damian Rivera tracks it down. One-on-one, goes to the end line. On the ground, the cross is sent back away towards the side. Gonna throw in here for New England. Rivera facing pressure. That's a lovely touch to find teammate on the run, but again, New York sends it out. NYCFC 2 was in contention for a playoff spot at the conclusion of last year. They needed to win on the final day and then have a whole host of factors fall into place with other scores around the league. It was very much out of their control by the time that last match rolled around, although there was a theoretical mathematical chance. Still a lot of positives to take from the 2022 campaign. A good number of players back. It's never a guarantee. Both of these clubs have good synergies with their first team counterparts. This league in year number 2 has already been nearly 40 players from MLS Next Pro that have earned first team contracts since the league began. Revs 2 trying to go over the top a couple times here in the first 5+ minutes. Suarez had a brief touch to it. Dennis again. Will play it back. Rando. So need to be careful with their touches, and Rando will send it deep. Header from Kaye back. Sides just feeling each other out in the early moments. Last time these two squads faced off, September 10th, 2022. It was 0-0 after 90 minutes before New York prevailed in a shootout 4-2. First time when these two opened up the season last year, it was a much more offensive affair. Rivera had a brace. Revs won the shootout 4-3. Foul going against Revs 2 here. We trigger it back in. Rivera was trying to get something going, had too heavy of a touch. Colpier was talking about that victory last week, said, I thought the guys worked really hard. We were committed to how we wanted to play. As this trickles to Dennis. He's going to keep it in play here. Centers it. Shot just off the mark. That's the best opportunity here in the first 10 minutes. Quickly. That was a great ball to Dennis, and all of a sudden, City 2 was in a very advantageous spot as that was laid off, and a necessary touch there. That was making its way towards the right side of goal. Piero Elias nearly had the opening tally of this match. It's still being pinballed around here. Cleared momentarily. Zansky. Ever so steady. There's Noble Okello. PA has been pleased with. Played up. And then a foul. City 2 pleased with that effort along the back line. Chase down there. Rio Hope gunned. Back line for City 2 today. Bednarski, Owusu, Akzari, Hope guns from left to right. Hope gunned here. Jack Beer with the touch. Tripped as Jimenez had a boot to it, went down. Free kick for City 2, 10+ minutes in. Alcazar was trying to play it wide. Foul there on Elias. He's got him around the ankles. Clear foul. Campuzano sends it along, the former FC Cincinnati 2 man and Pitt Panther. A very impressive time in Pittsburgh, which was 29-9-2 as a starter. All ACC first team. Looking to establish himself at the next level. Here's Dennis again, who's had some positive moments in the early part of this match. Revs 2 bring an extra defender. He sends it long to the far side. And City 2 will work it around the back. Steve Bednarski. Court pass. Goal kick here for Revs 2. They're referencing that 3-2 win and Coach's thoughts on it. He said, I thought it was deserved and I was just proud of the effort. It's difficult coming down from the Northeast early in the season. It's a little bit more heat. We asked a lot of the guys. So I thought they fought until the very end. Professional debut as well for Peyton Miller, 15 years old. Youngest player to debut at this level for Revs 2 in club's history. What were you doing at 15 years old? Probably not trying to make a name for yourself at the pro level. Peyton Miller, just a well-spoken, exciting young prospect in this Revs organization. Said he was a little nervous, but they went away right as the whistle blew. Wasn't thrilled about the 2 goals given up after the 3-0 start either. He said, I thought we should have kept it there, but lessons to learn from. Still a good start to the season, 3 points. Whether you win 3-0 or 3-2, it's 3 points. Oh, they were coming dangerously close to having to try to earn 2 points in a shootout. And that's not the direction it went last weekend. Again, this is the season debut for NYCFC 2. They were off last week. There's not much film to speak of for Revs 2 to prep for. That's a good cross to the near side as Dennis lays it off. Dennis very involved here in the early going. Elias has seen a number of touches as well. Switch back to the far side, looking to get a cross in towards the far post. Dennis will get another chance here to settle. Dennis cuts right. Can he get it back? Benarski. Jack Beer went down to the ground. No foul. As Owusu will send it to the circle. Good touch and turn. Through ball, perfectly weighted. Oh, great save. Second ball deflected away, and that opportunity from Campuzano off his line to make the save. Much needed there to keep this 0-0. That was a perfectly weighted ball. Perhaps if that is laid off to the near side to John Dennis, he has an easy tap in, but it still looked like a very capable opportunity anyway for City 2. We remain scoreless. That certainly the best chance of this match. There's been 2 of them for City here. Those 2 pleading for a foul. You hear the consternation. So it was a little late, but it eventually came. Here's a second look. With Elias and Benarski are in the area. What a save. Early moments for Campuzano. Young keeper up to task. Got some first team training in preseason with New England down in Sarasota. Spot to spend some springtime preparation for the upcoming stretch. Diaz. Loan from Vasco da Gama. Some nifty footwork. Nearly got through a pair of defenders. Was ready to come off the line again. 2 defenders ready to get the job done first. Suarez will lay it back. Suarez, the center back today, signed in November. Homegrown player for Revs 2. NYCFC, too, have certainly had the better opportunities in really the first 20 minutes at this juncture. Just out of playoff positioning last year. Finished in 5th place with 37 points. Dennis trying to outrun Suarez. It goes into the corner. He will get it out. City 2 with possession once more. 37 points, 5th place. Last game on September 18th. Earned a draw. Got that extra point of the shootout win, but just short of that playoff spot. 9 wins, 9 losses, 6 draws. Oh, this is an opportunity here. Second ball off the 18. New York threatening. Unable to push it across just yet. Another solid moment from Campuzano. How quickly does City 2 just burst forward? That's 2. He's been there at the right time. Correct read. Making himself big as the players approached. City 2 should probably feel as if at least they should have converted on one of those opportunities. Really cleverly laid balls off. They work it around here again. 20 minutes in at Gillette Stadium. NYCFC 2 with some bright moments in the early going. Trying to avoid being offside here. The flag does go up. Brightest spot for Revs 2 has been their keeper. Four appearances for FC Cincinnati 2 last year. And acquired this past December. Let's see if Revs 2 can generate something here. That's a good touch to bring it down. Adebayo Smith. This is better from Revs. 4 around the box. Rivera. Victor Souza. Pass read well. Telegraphed. Souza there to ensure the run on the near side would not go any further. Souza again with it. One out. Noble Okello. Yason's at far side. Here's Peyton Miller. 15 years old, started against Atlanta. Youngest player to make the professional debut with the club's second team. Also has 5 goals in 9 appearances with the U17s. Rivera. Miller took it away. The opportunity thwarted. Goal kick. We talked with Peyton Miller earlier in the week. I asked him, was there any adjustment? I mean, obviously the age is a storyline. He said, I think it was just adjusting to the speed of play, getting to know the guys better. And said, I had no clue who anybody was. Just me being the 14-year-old when I started training with the 20-year-olds, it was different. He said whether it's Jake Rosansky, who's taken him under his wing, taught him a lot. The flag is up here. There's a run being made. Whether it was Rosansky or Malcolm Fry, he said they help him when he gets in his head sometimes. His head coach, Clint PA, emphasizing, just work hard. If you make a mistake, just keep going, get back up. Work on the technicalities of your game, finding pockets of space, getting up and helping the attack. They are very excited about what Peyton Miller can bring to the team. fun to watch him. Fullback today. City 2, Elias. Probably controlling the flow of this match. That switch, a little under hit, but eventually still trickles to Dennis. Just finds his way to the ball, doesn't he? Just ensuring that he's getting himself involved. Here he is here, good touch. Approaching the area, cuts right, played center. Cross coming in, sent away. There's Bednarski with the cross. Now Revs 2, look at the run on the near side. Marcos Diaz wants it. They find him. A counter opportunity here for Revs. Oh, Diaz got to the side. He switches it, and that's a goal. Revs 2 on the counter. 1-0. Jordan Adebayo-Smith opens his 2023 accounts. Beautifully done. 1-0, Revs 2. We probably all spotted that run on the near side from Diaz. He had acres of space. Look at him here, bottom of your screen. Nobody marking him, and the cross from Miller did just enough. And then Diaz getting by his man. All he had to do from there was send it across. City 2 wanted to flag up. It stayed down. It's a goal.
Revolution goal scored by number 99, Jordan Adebayo-Smith in the 24th minute.
7 goals last year for Adebayo-Smith, the 21-year-old East London native who transferred over from Rowdies in December. That's the style that Revs 2 has been playing with or through tonight. Switches, playing deep, looking to get over the top. City 2 has been more methodical and earned plenty of chances. Perhaps you could say that that was against the run of play. It was also within the confines of the structure that Revs 2 is operating in right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that was Peyton Miller who started that sequence, finding Diaz on the near side. Diaz was able to get the rest of that process started. Piero Elias was trying to track back, but simply got beat. It looks like he had done enough to at least make that sequence more challenging. Diaz, just a brilliant touch to get off his hip and find an angle to cross it low. John Dennis getting himself involved. City 2 should still feel encouraged by their chances the rest of the way. Jack Beer now. Dennis, can he get a shot off? Poked away. That'll be foul. Look. Clear trip as Elias quite get in front. Souza. That'll work. was the first shot for Revs 2. New York with a 5-1 advantage in that category. 20-8 advantage in final third entries. Been the more assertive team offensively. But that has not been reflected in the score through nearly half an hour of play. Think back to those two perfectly weighted through balls. City really had an opportunity. Can Dennis help create another one here? He'll lay it off near side. Chipped middle. Headed back out. Bednarski. Play it back to Elias. City 2 has shown creativity and execution with the exception of the final attempt on goal. Campazano a lot of credit as well though. Stout in goal, shutting down a pair of wonderful chances. Smith trying to make playing out of the back a little more stressful here. Looked like City 2 would be able to play up, and an advantage is played here. Flicks forward. Oh, touch at the right time. Suarez got there. Suarez trying to get out of the corner here. Looks like he has earned a throw. Brzezinski. Whistle against City 2. That was well done. Dummied. Brzezinski tracks it. Over far side to Miller. Excuse me. Revs perhaps looking for a second. Cross from the in line. Goes out of play. That was Rivera on the far side, not Miller a few moments ago. Beg your pardon. See that bursts in the clearance from Owusu. So 60% possession, nearly 60% for City 2. Barrett will trigger in the corner kick, keep it on the ground. Right back to him. New York did a good job to ensure that, however, that was designed off the training pitch, would not be easy to execute. Suarez went down to the end of all that. Looks to be all right. Rivera in the middle of the pitch. Cut left, but help defense was there. Souza. Josh Boma will whip it in. Headed away initially, Brzezinski tried to play it right back in. City looked to perhaps counter now. Good ball, far side. Great tackle there, Peyton Miller. Look, you hear the bench and the fans in attendance fired up about that effort. What a tackle. Peyton Miller. That snuffs out. Looked like a developing chance for New York. Wusu sends it back. Benarski. Here's Dennis now. Acres of space. Dennis will fire. Just deflected off the boot. Now has to operate with the defender in his space. Wusu. Play towards the center. Just out of the reach. It's going to be a corner kick here. Boy, that was close. An opportunity here. Let's take another look at that as Matthew Myers settled it down, and that might have even taken a touch from Kaye, who looked like he was trying to clear. And the dive from Campuzano, just to be sure. Obligatory words for the group in the middle. There was some pre-kick physicality. 35th minute here, corner kick, City 2, line drive in, and sent over the top of the crossbar. New York will have another go at it. That was Rivera taking no chances. It's Dennis to take the corner. Swinging ball, being pinballed around here, still high in the air. Cleared for a moment. Elias. Throw in New York. York has found success offensively with runs from Dennis on the near side and excellent through balls. Here's Dennis again on cue. Plays it forward, makes a run. Dennis will fire, that's blocked. England shutting down his window quickly. Elias now. Dennis turn. Play it far side. Over the top. This is good from City here. Centered, and Dennis is off the mark. It's hard for him to put the pace on that he was looking for. Good interplay inside the 18 here from City 2. Watch Dennis in the middle, is at the top of the 18. Flicks on just outside the 6. And just unable to guide that in the direction he wanted. Encouraging signs here from New York, who does not look all that flustered after the goal-scoring sequence from Revs 2. Still attacking, generating threatening chances around the box. Perhaps the frustration may increase a tad as the minutes go on. The opportunities keep coming, but the score remains 1-0. Revs 2 thought they had a breakaway there after Alcazar went down. Remember, he's got to get up rather quickly. If you're down for more than 15 seconds and you need the training staff to come out, the rule instituted last year, you're going to be a man down for at least 3 minutes. You have to come off. Dennis again, near side. How many times have we said that tonight? Dennis will cross it and earn his club a corner kick. Real easy to see. Now he earned 14 goals last year. find the Honduras national team is interested in his services. Line drive, header, skied, and no problem there for Campuzano. A number of those runs from Dennis on the near side, he's decided to lay it off to some attacking players from his other coming in from the midfield. The last couple of opportunities, he said, I'm just going to fire this on goal. Here's another chance here for New York. Jimenez looking to play it in. Revs 2 are making things difficult in the attacking third. Perhaps chance squandered. New York finished 5th in the East last year. Revs 2 7th. Who did concede 42 goals over the course of the season. They were minus 15 in goal differential. City 2 was plus 14. Getting things up along that back line is a priority this season for Revs 2. Did have 8 clean sheets. Looked leaky at times tonight, but buoyed by some real positive moments from the young goalkeeper. The back four short things up a tad better since then, but this has been one of the stories of the first half. Again, just outside the box, here's Dennis. Can he find an angle? Souza. Brzezinski, sorts of pressure, just trying to get it out of the area. Foul on New York. Our first booking of the match. Goes against Benalcazar, 21-year-old out of Wilton, Connecticut. Stopping up advancing opportunity there for New England.
Your attention, please. The referee has issued a yellow card.
Russo will play it safe. It certainly has been an entertaining first 40-plus minutes, has it not? From New England's perspective, wouldn't mind a tad more possession. They worked their counter brilliantly. City 2 probably feel as if this style of play will eventually net them their first goal soon. Final moment has just not been there in the first half. Good touch there, Owusu. Dennis. Good ball middle. Foul from behind. It's going to be a free kick here for City 2 in a dangerous spot. Blatant contact there. Josh Bolma bowled over. Man outside the 18, so let's see what New York can do here with this set piece. Campuzano gets his wall set up. He's got 5. 12 yards in front of him. Dennis has it set up. About 22 yards. John Dennis will curl it. Oh, it's a beautiful goal. City has been deserving of it, and they score off the set piece. It's John Dennis. First goal of the season for City 2. New England 1, City 2-1. Game on in Foxborough. Oh, that's simply a sensational strike.
New York goals.
Perfectly placed.
38, John Dennis in the 43rd minute.
John Dennis, how often have we said his name in the first half? How many excellent runs has he made along that left flank? This time got to take his time. This all started with the foul from Bulma, and it was whipped in. And we're level at 1. We said it a few minutes ago. City had to have felt that their form here in the first half to keep earning them opportunities, chances on goal. It wasn't in the run of play to find the back of the net. You put yourselves in a set-piece situation 20 yards out with a goal scorer like Dennis, good things can happen. Elias upset on that whistle. Oh, and then shoved down immediately after. And this is going to lead to an altercation. These two clubs from the Northeast see each other a lot. Have been in some tightly contested matches over the last year. Cooler heads prevailing here. There's the shove. See some bookings as a result from that. It was all pretty blatantly done in front of our head official here. And that'll end the first half, no stoppage time. Well, that was a fun first 45. Revs 2 struck first. City was threatening all first half. Earns a set piece in the final minutes, and John Dennis converts. Adebayo Smith the goal for Revs 2, and we're level at 1 apiece after 45 minutes of play here at Gillette Stadium. A fun one here on MLSNextPro.com. 1-1 after 45. Hey, MLS Next Pro's 2023 debut weekend was filled with exciting performances. Let's shine the light on the best from match day 1 in the opening edition of The Spotlight.
Opening weekend of play saw some incredible team performances and some standout individual ones. Here, we highlight all of our players in the spotlight following match day 1. And where better to start than with our performer of the week? Academy player Leo Konen notched his first goal and assist in Minnesota United FC 2's 3-0 win. In the 18-year-old's league debut, he used his speed to get into Real Monarch's box before tapping it across for goal number 2 on the night. And he wasn't the only individual with a big opening weekend to play. Archimedes Ordonez led FC Cincinnati 2 to a 4-2 win over Toronto FC 2 with his brace and assist to earn the first Player of the Week honors. Last season, he scored 4 goals in 13 appearances. This season, he's already halfway to his 2022 total through just 1 game. Coming in with the best goal for match day 1, that would be Huntsville City FC's Azad Liati. His blast from inside the box against Crown Legacy FC that helped lead his team to their first shootout win earned 41% of the poll votes for best goal of the week from the opening week of play. And saving the best for last, since soccer is a team sport, your first Team of the Week honor goes to Minnesota United FC 2. The club posted a 3-goal shutout over Real Monarchs to open their season. The winter wonderland backdrop saw Diego Pacheco earn his first brace of the year, and Performer of the Week, Leo Kone, notched his very first MLS Next Pro goal. Congrats to all of our players in the spotlight following match day 1. They have certainly set the stage for so much more to come.
You know, we had some notable debuts last week. The first of those was in Austin, Texas. How much fun was that? Where Austin FC hosted Houston. We're gonna have more on that in a moment. Fun behind the scenes look at Austin's come from behind victory. Let's take a look at some of the stats from the first half before we get to, nope, we're gonna go to the video first. Yep, let's take a look at the opening match of the 2023 MLS Next Pro campaign, and really a night to remember for the club. Let's look behind the scenes from that evening.
How's everybody feeling? Good. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys, nothing left to say. Just enjoy yourselves. Trust yourselves. Stay together. It's a special moment. Savor it and enjoy. Come on.
Thing that is a non-negotiable. We walk off this field working 10 times harder than every single one of them.
Yes,
Okay? I don't care if it doesn't go our way. I don't care if it's perfect. But we're gonna walk off this field working harder, and we're gonna walk off this field up. Yeah? Let's go. Let's go! Come on!
Positive, boys, come on. Austin on 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Come on.
As soon as you switch and then find out see will link up from there. Yeah, and we have to do better.
Our 10s or our 9, whoever it is can turn, go the other way. Like I know it's easy to just see all the space and just keep running at them, but if you can just take a couple steps and then find someone on the other side, it's wide open every time.
Papa Endoy is in. Endoy scores! What a way to open the scoring in MLS Next Pro in 2023. Space to run into here for Austin. What can they make of this? It's cut back, and there's the shot. It's into the corner. Back, directing traffic. Baudry into the middle. It's saved and tapped in. Backside. Get it back into the middle. Oh, what a touch. Oh, it's saved. Lost, diving across the goal mouth, keeps it out, and that is the last play of the game.
Let's go, bro. Come on, come on.
Extremely proud of the group. We talked about being resilient. We went down a goal and nobody batted an eye. We stayed together. We found a way to get not only 1 goal but 2 goals back, and man, it was a great time. Like we said, we enjoyed our football and we did it together. So
Hey,
I think it was
doesn't get
successful.
much better than that, guys. Guys, I'm proud of you. Enjoy tonight. We made history. It's our first win in the team's history. Enjoy it. We're back to work tomorrow. We get a couple days off. Well done.
How much fun was that to start off the 2023 MLS Next Pro campaign? Let's take a look at some of the first half numbers. Look at that disparity in total shots taken, 11-1 in favor of the road side. NYCFC 4-1 in shots on target, but we're ultimately still level after 45 minutes of play. Let's see if New England can have a little bit more of an attacking presence. The one shot they took went pretty well. Hey, we'll have first half highlights coming up later in the half, but first, there are some subtle differences between MLS Next Pro to other soccer leagues, so we asked Michelle Montaigne and Samara Perez to help us understand what those differences are. In this edition, things to watch.
MLS Next Pro fans, we are back. Michelle Montaigne alongside my co-host Samara Perez, getting ready for season 2, which will be here very, very soon. And since this league does things a little bit differently, we're here to explain all you need to know for season 2 of MLS Next Pro.
MLS Next Pro was launched by Major League Soccer in March of 2022. The Professional Men's Soccer League provides players a pathway to bigger opportunities in soccer, such as landing a first-team contract. MLS Next Pro is fundamental to the development of all professionals working in and around the beautiful game.
There are 27 teams competing in the league this year. They're broken up into 4 divisions that make up 2 conferences. The Frontier and Pacific divisions make up the Western Conference, each featuring 7 teams apiece. The Northeast Division boasts 6 clubs, and the Central Division with 7 teams both make up the Eastern Conference.
Now, this league is all about innovation. Therefore, it features several differences from other soccer leagues. First, there are no ties in MLS Next Pro. If a match ends in a tie at the end of regulation, the game will proceed directly to a shootout with kicks from the penalty mark.
That brings us to the point system. Similar to other soccer leagues, a team will earn 3 points with a win at the end of regulation, 1 point for a tie, and 0 points for a loss in regulation. A club will earn 2 points if the game ends in a tie and they go on to win the shootout that Samara just explained following the end of regulation.
Last year, we introduced 2 rules not seen anywhere else. First, the off-field treatment rule, or OTR for short, where if a player is suspected to have an injury and is on the ground for more than 15 seconds, a medical crew comes onto the field to evaluate the player and assist him off the pitch. The player is then treated by medical staff and required to remain off the field for 3 minutes. Next, the red card suspension rule. If a player receives a red card, that player will serve the resulting 1-game suspension against the same team that he received the red card. This rule applies in the case of a direct red card or a second yellow card. 2023 will introduce a new rule. The league added a new time substitution rule. This allows a maximum of 10 seconds for a player to leave the field when subbed off. If he exceeds 10 seconds, the player coming in must wait 60 seconds to enter the field, which results in the team playing a man down for that period of time.
Also new this year, the expanded playoffs feature a pick-your-opponent format for the first 2 rounds. 7 teams from each conference will advance to the playoffs. The club with the most regular season points in each conference will earn a first-round bye. Now, during the quarterfinals, the next 2 teams in each conference, so the 2 and 3 seeds, will choose their opponent and will host their match. The 2 remaining teams not selected will play each other, with the higher-seeded team hosting. In the conference semis, The 1 seed will choose its opponent from the remaining 2 lowest seeded teams, with home field advantage, of course. The second highest seed will host the remaining team.
Also this season, the majority of MLS Next Pro matches, plus all Decision Day matches and the Cup, will stream live on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. To view the complete schedule, visit MLSNextPro.com.
Samara and I are so excited for year 2, and we cannot wait to watch it all unfold alongside all of you.
It's a pretty good look at all that makes this league unique, fun, entertaining, and different, as these new innovations are incorporated all throughout MLS Next Pro. Hey, let's take a look at some of the highlights from that first 45 minutes. 12 combined shots between the two teams, 11 of those coming from City to a controlled possession. They generated chances and at least 2 or 3 early on that very nearly could have been goals. A great example of that here. You got to give Campazano a lot of credit, coming off his line twice, getting big and preventing goal-scoring chances, and then in transition on the counter. Look at this ball here to Marcos Diaz, who made a great run and then got to off the hip of Elias, and a beautiful distribution to Adebayo Smith on the far side for the first goal of the game for Revs 2, completely against the run of play, especially when you looked at the final numbers after 45 minutes. But again, you felt that City was due. They kept playing around the 18. This is where so much of the first half was played. John Dennis getting himself involved time after time. A couple bookings in the first half as well. The physicality ramped up towards the end. You saw the first booking there on Ben Alcazar. Here's the sequence which earned the set piece. Josh Bolma running over his man, and then the beautiful finish. John Dennis, set piece success. 1-1 after 45 minutes of play. John Dennis, terrific first half. Well, it felt like every other minute he was open in space on the near side, but it was on the set piece where he found the one and only goal for New York on their 11 chances in the first half of play. Set to go here shortly from Gillette Stadium. Time nearly concluded. Revs 2 coming off, again, a 3-2 victory on the road at Atlanta United. Atlanta United scoring in the 84th minute and 90th minute. Really make that a game after an own goal, Jake Rosansky goal, and Pierre Caillet tally made it 3-0. Revs 2 were rolling on the road in their first match of the season. Have to sweat it out a little bit more than preferable. Eventually, Clint Pierre's squad was able to earn the victory. Clint Pierre was talking about that a couple days ago. He mentioned he thought it also had some positive aspects, even though they gave up those 2 goals. He said, I thought it was a good learning moment for the group to show a little resilience when things were starting to turn the other way, just to see it out. He said, it's going to be a difficult league this year. This league has gotten better. Can't take any game for granted. Can't take any lead for granted as well, apparently. 2 goals for Atlanta. They nearly made that a sour flight home for Revs 2. They were able to hold on for the victory. Team huddles. We're just about set to begin the second half. AJ Ricketts alongside you here on MLSNextPro.com. Glad to have you with us tonight. Fun start to MLS Next Pro action last week plus. Jordan Adebayo Smith ready to initiate. Pierre was talking about him too. He said, I think he's been impressive for us. Said his first few years here, he didn't have a traditional 9.
Your attention,
Said that's
please.
been he's been that for us.
Of the first half, the referee issued yellow cards to New England's number 32, Jake Rosansky, and New York's number 42, Piero Elias, in the 45th minute.
So you hear over the PA as well. Those yellow cards issued to Jake Rosansky and Piero Elias for that altercation towards the end of the first half. Curious to see what sort of style and verve Revs 2 play with here in the second half. This cross towards the far post. Oh, it was this beautiful setup and just miss hit from Bednarski. Oh, what excellent distribution there by Dennis. He was at the far post. He probably should have done better there. He had an open goal. That Jimenez, beg your pardon, nevertheless. Open net and it goes wide. It's another chance squandered for City 2. Flag stays down right here. That can't get to Adebayo Smith. Have to backtrack towards it. Here's Dennis again. He has teammates in the middle and on the far near side. He's going to fire. That was blocked. Jimenez was making a run. Rivera. Boma. Revs 2 averaged 13.8 shots per game last year. They're at 1 right now in 45 minutes. City 2 have controlled this match on the road. Thus far, they have not been rewarded with an advantage. And Revs 2, beautiful ball over the top. Outside the 18, shot taken. Great diving save for City 2 there. Alex Rando. You have to be sure of that. If he fumbled it, Adebayo was in the area. Well, Dennis, can he create once more? He's going to lay it off. Jack Beer. Didn't have the best touch, did Beer? Wusu. Patient. And Alcazar. Nobody marking. Dribbles forward. And Jack Beer will go near side. Cross in, Dennis. And a bounce towards the side. Easily able to lay it off to a teammate. Elias. Lofts it. It's a good settle. Bounced off the defender, Jimenez. To redo the throw there.
Your attention, please. Substitution for New England in the 50th minute. Entering the match, number 10, Esmir Baraktarovic. Leaving the match, number 65, Noble Okilo.
That was Jimenez on the last sequence who missed that open net. Rivera. And off to the center. Revs 2 wanted a foul, nothing given. dangerous moment there. That substitution, by the way, Esmir Bayraktarovic. Forward coming in. Noble Okello comes off. Bayraktarovic, the Appleton, Wisconsin native. Signed as the 9th homegrown player in Revs history last May after joining the academy in August of 2021. Has an MLS start to his name. A promising young prospects on here. Vera. Bulma. It's a good entry play here from Revs 2. Bayraktarovic. Years old. Good run here, center, but that's well done in net once again. Alex Rando. Talking about the different sort of players and the dynamics that make up a roster in MLS Next Pro with Clint Piet. Mentioned Miller, 15-year-old. Bayraktarovic comes in, he's 18. And players with MLS experience to their name as well. I said, what are the foundational principles you're trying to incorporate with this dynamic? As New York centered, Dennis can't meet under the back end and had to poke it out of play and settle with the defense ready to go. Another look. It just feels like Revs 2 is constantly defending in the box. Good ball in. City got to head to it. Deal with another corner. Fourth minute here at Foxborough. Line drive. Well, it got to the far post. Nobody was there to receive it, though. Great pursuit on the far side, out of play. New England. This is the style that City 2 is going to play with over the course of this season. It may be a very fun year. But the Revs trying to get another one on the counter out of Bio Smith, just a tad too high. Oh, it was a great move to get the shot off, but he was not far away from his second. You cannot fall asleep against Revs 2. They may not be creating chances at the rate of New York. They prove it, how quickly they can advance the ball downfield. Put some pressure on Alex Rando. A little more even in the first 10 minutes of the second half. City 2 still looks very formidable. Miller got to it first. Settles with sending it long. Levis Aksari chased it down. Bronx native, born in Albania. Play back to Rando. Jack Beer lifts it. Jimenez shielded. Jimenez stabbed at it, commits the foul. Here, Kaye getting the job done. Done at center back. Miller advancing near side by Raktarovic, the substitute. You're in a corner here, that's going to stop before the in line. Throw in here for Revs 2. Raktarovic turns, gets inside the box, spinning, deflected high, back towards the edge. Elias settles. You're yelling switch where there's open space to work with. It's Dennis yet again. A little bit behind the run of play though. Now will make his run forward. How creative, how crafty. Now far side. Dennis the run, he's got a man in the center. Shoves to the turf. No whistle. It looks like Jack Beer had something to work with there. I think Dennis is finding a way to all stressful situations. He's Revs 2 back 4. Scored that goal in the first half, was already clipped to Twitter by the team, and a lot of the responses, replies of admiration from it from supporters of the Honduras national team. It takes a lot of pride being able to participate with them. He said, I get to represent my grandparents' country. I have a lot of love for Honduras. Making them proud, it's one of the best feelings for me. Happy I could do it. Rivera accelerates left. He got a step. Corner kicked. Revs. Rivera quickly sends it in by Raktarovic. Softly touches it back. Now on the near side. Zansky. Raktarovic settles. Well, that's a good step. Nobody there. Go back. Looks like Rivera might be able to settle and shoot. Instead, it's Elias. City. Slow it down. That's good. Well done in the midfield from Revs to take possession back from Narski. Mistimed. Adebayo Smith was trying to connect with Diaz there. Diaz was off when the ball was played. Just about half an hour to go here. Of course, we're on pace for a potential shootout at the moment. Kicks from the spot, always fun, but again, the chances we're seeing, the shots in good areas, you have to think that there's perhaps more goals on hand. Dennis finds the center. Shot taken, deflected wide. That was Jack Beer. Lining one up. Look at all the space Beer has. The challenge from Kaye does come, forcing Beer to sidestep left, leading to that deflection. New York can find situations to one-time these layoffs to the middle. They've done it earlier. Not getting in behind as much as they did in the first half, particularly on those two wonderful saves from Revs 2 by Campuzano. But playing from the wings, attacking from the flanks, that's been working all evening long. New England seemingly just fine, trying to play compact, letting Dennis make these runs. This forces him to backtrack a little bit. And Alcazar. And the Rio Hope gun. Jack Beer. Oh, went through the 5-hole. Beer advancing. Left-footed strike is to the Sweets. Pegged his man, but eventually couldn't line it up. High degree of difficulty on the shot. Fell harmlessly to those City substitutes, trying to stay warm. Temperatures fall into the 30s here this evening in Foxborough. Brisk night. Probably not too many more of these. Summertime temps approaching. Folks in Foxborough won't mind that. Marcos Diaz. He's looking for Bayraktarevic. And a whistle going against Revs 2. Pilkington was talking about changes from last year to this season. He said, look, last year being our first year, there were a lot of areas of improvement that we learned, and I think we've got a lot of things in place now. Different IQ, he said, more intensity, more focus. It's pleasing that they're more prepared as well. And he said, we also, to be quite frank, added some quality. The combo is all meshed really well. Feels City 2 has a strong culture in place. The environment is where it needs to be. Boy, you're seeing that reflected all throughout tonight's match. Certainly does not feel like a team that will be on the outside looking in or the fringes of the playoff hunt, which of course is fun in the playoffs this year. The top seeds are going to choose their opponents. That could certainly create some fun motivational storylines, would it not? Teams say, they want it to play us. They think they can beat us. It'll be fun when it gets here. But we're on match day 2. We have time before that. Good sliding tackle. Jack Beer getting his boots in there. There's Jimenez. Like a bit of redemption from the missed point-blank opportunity earlier. Good idea from Hope Gunn that led him too far. Careful here. Good stab at it from Elias. Advantage play. Here's Elias on the near side. Can he center? Easily won, but Hope Gunn gets it back. Here's a turn. Beer to his left. Fires, and it's saved. Jack Beer put it on frame. Campuzano was ready for the moment. Difficult for Beer there. Suarez looks like was cutting off any angle to the far post. Well, the flag is up here as Adebayo Smith thought he might have been in just ahead of the pack there. Adebayo Smith, the goal scorer for Revs 2 in the first half. Four to 2 advantage in shots taken here in the second half for City. 11-3 in the game. Dennis in constant pursuit. Foul on Revs 2. Sorry. Ship it forward. Here's Beer again. Plays it middle. Elias. Over to Dennis. Can he find an angle this time? Dennis. Had it blocked and a throw in here to New York. Guns. Sends it near side. Jimenez. Flag is up. Matthew Myers was looking to create something there. The first Rutgers player to be drafted by NYCFC since it was founded in 2013. Originally a High Points man. 68th minute here at Gillette Stadium. Just one substitution so far. Bayrak coming into the early moments of the second half. See how each coach approaches substitutes here in the final 20+ minutes. Uso. Sorry. Well done by Beer, although it winds up with Victor Souza, who's accelerating ahead. This is quite the run from Victor Souza. Crosses it in. Second ball. That was an impressive run from the back. Bayrak now. Rivera to his right. Rivera blocked. Here's Bolma. Can he find a teammate? Bolma still running, goes down by his own accord. We said Jimenez may want a second chance at redemption after missing a close opportunity. Bolma probably with a tad of regrets over his foul just outside the box, which led to the Dennis goal. But a goal had been coming in some form or fashion for City 2. Surprising it hasn't been through the run of play. And Alcazar. Myers plays it back towards the top of the 18. Dennis, an extra touch, fires. Oh, it's off the post. Unbelievable. That was a tremendous opportunity generated, and Dennis was not far off the mark. Take another look. The second touch earns him space as he cuts to his right, and there was nothing that Campuzano would have been able to do if that was a half foot to the left.
Entering the match, number 89, Malcolm Fry. Leaving the match, number 39, Marcos Diaz. Additional substitution for New England in the 71st minute. Entering the match, number 55, Weberton. Leaving the match, number 99, Jordan Nehemiah Smith.
2 subs here for Revs 2. Weverton is in for Adebayo Smith. Goal scorer from the first half, Malcolm Fry. 17-year-olds. Academy products. He's on for Diaz. So some fresh legs up front here for Clint Pierre. With under 20 minutes to play before we go to kicks from the spot. This played long. Dennis again. City 2 must feel snake bit at the moment. The chances, the almost chances. Here's Elias. Approaching the 73rd minute. In those substitutions, Weverton for Adebayo Smith, the goal scorer. Fry in for Diaz. First 2 subs for New England today. Excuse me, Virak Terovic as well, as this is off the crossbar. Wow. And denied again is City 2. Boy, it's woodwork time after time. Somehow still level at 1. Virak Terovic, that's a beautifully weighted ball. This shot misses wide right. Goodness. Weverton was giving it a go. Are you kidding me? Jimenez had the keeper beat. And this was moments later. I would be fascinated to hear thoughts from the City 2 coaching staff after this match, if it does indeed wind up in a draw, whether it's a shootout, win or loss. Still time left to play. Here's Jack Beer. He'll fire. Beer saved. Just low enough for Campazano to deal with it. Needed a bit more height. Had some curl to it. Beer has been a willing offensive presence. Rivera wants it near side. Weverton waited too long to try to advance that. Dennis hits the right post. Jimenez off the crossbar. Span of 5 minutes. This could easily be a 3-1, a 4-1 affair right now. To be fair, New England's goal, a sequence of brilliance. No arguing that. City have had plenty of moments of inspiration themselves. Moments of inspiration, but no reward for it, other than the set piece. Still, you feel it bodes well for the upcoming campaign. This is the first match, and we're seeing this level of offensive efficiency. In the end, though, it is a sports, a game, a match of execution. And City 2 have just been inches away on more than one occasion. Elias goes forward. Something brewing here? No. 15 minutes left in regulation before we go to spot kicks. 2 points for shootout victory, 1 for falling on kicks from the spot. How aggressive does New England decide to get here in the final stages? Shot from outside the 18, easily tracked down there by Rando. Bulma gave it a go. Was not able to put a lot of speed, pace, power on that. Rando has had his moments here throughout the match. Although poor distribution there. Numbers here. Revs 2 by Raktarovic. Tried to take an extra touch. And here comes City. Played down the line. Jimenez, oh, beautiful touch in. Trying to get it behind the defender on the run. Couldn't hit Myers. And coming from the back. Misplayed. Kaye, Rivera by Raktarovic. Good interplay here in transition. The game opening up a bit. Centering pass. Well done. Bednarski. Said he's playing up, but it is leaving them vulnerable again in transition.
Your attention, please. Substitution for New York in the 78th.
Sub for New York.
Entering the match, number 64, Francesco Di Ponzio. Leaving the match, number 42,
Francesco Di Ponzio, the 17-year-old Academy product, enters for Elias. Very active in this match. A lot of physicality near the circle. This will go over to New York. Consternation here, perhaps another booking. Yes. It was on Peyton Miller.
Pretty good.
So you cool getting out of here?
Yeah.
Last season, Francesco Di Ponzio, the new sub, he logged a total of 600 minutes, had 10 shots. 2 on goal.
Your attention, please. The referee has issued a yellow card to New England's number 76, Peyton Miller, in the 79th minute.
Let's just make sure. I'll see you next week.
Nearly 80 solid minutes for Elias tonight. Has to be solid here. Rusu in defense. Quick turn, chipped back, and now City 2 on the run once more. Played near side. Jimenez, who came so close to the goal moments ago. Jimenez played in, no problem there. And Lozano, that's an easy one. The frustration Jonathan Jimenez must feel right now. The UNC graduate, born in Mexico, grew up in Connecticut. 10 goals last year, 2 assists, over 1,500 minutes of action. Foul on Revs 2 here. What a gut punch. A goal on the run of play for Revs 2 would be here for City. The way they have controlled the pace of this match. Revs 2 are playing up and forward. Willing, here's Rivera, got by fullback. There's a corner kick. They're ever crafty, so talented. Signed a contract with the first team in 2019. Remember last year in his first MLS start, scored in the opening minute in late April against Miami. Became the third MLS player to ever score in the first minute of his first MLS start. Certainly won't forget that moment. His corner kick. Cleared deep. Santiago Suarez. Miller playing up, has kind of shifted to a midfield position. Willing to be an attacking presence here. Bayraktarovic got inside the 18. Goes to the inline, cross deflected out. Weverton was in the area around the 6. Corner kick though for New England. Another look. Weverton, the Rev player in the middle there, that was a dangerous touch. Maxari, he knew what he was doing. You have to be sure there. It's the wrong part of your boot. You could send that into your own net. 83rd minute. Line drive. City dealing with these set pieces. Suarez, excuse me. Alma lost it. This is well done here. Jimenez played forward. And it's going to be a foul on Rivera. No doubt about it, and probably more. Miller just got booked a few moments ago. Rivera knows it's coming. There's a yellow. The ball is actually a little bit behind. Kind of stopped the run. Also earned the foul and the yellow.
Your attention, please. The referee has issued a yellow card to New England's number 72, Chico, in the 84th minute.
11-6 advantage in shots taken for New York. It feels like more. Those are clever touches. Bulma advancing. Well-weighted ball to the far side. This is good here from Revs 2. Shot taken. Bounced off the defender and out of play. Look at that sequence here. Bayraktarovic in that corner. Curling ball in. Sent away. Too wide there from City 2. Out of the reach of Myers. And you hear the instructions from the bench, easy, easy. Perhaps New England advocating for a mindset of getting to the spot kicks here. Makes sense.
Your attention, please. Substitution for New England in the 86th minute. Entering the match, number 40, Ben Owashi. Leaving the match, number 32, Jake Rosansky.
And their sub here for New England, Ben Owashi. Grand Canyon product by way of Ghana enters the match. Rosansky's day is complete. Again, some pushing and shoving. Weverton did not seem to be entertained by the sequence prior to that. Looks like a final warning for him. Hasn't been completely cordial at times. Some clever footwork here. Araktarovich. Now Fry, after a spin, lifts it up. The tail's outside the box. Bulma now looking to get a shot off, and it's well off the mark. That does not stress Rando. '88th minute. Good pressure here from Rivera. Winning possession back. Went down, advantage played. Perhaps Bayraktarovich will turn, lay it off for Weverton. Revs pressure, helping at the very least ward off another City 2 attack. Owashi down the sideline. Cross comes in, Weverton tried to chase it down. Clever from Suarez. Miller will look to switch. That's a great ball. Fry. Bayraktarovich flicks it forward. Oh, it's a goal in the 89th. Incredible. New England has been outplayed and outshot, but with moments left in this game, it's Revs 2 who have the advantage. Brilliantly done along the far side, and Bayraktarovich flicked it forward, and it trickled into the side of the nets. Take another look. That started again with a sensational switch from Peyton Miller. Played forward, and all Bayraktarovich had to do is slip it by Alex Rando. That is heartbreaking for City 2, who have had so many chances, particularly throughout this second half. Dennis hit the post. Jimenez hit the crossbar. Chance after chance was thwarted. And somehow they find themselves down 2-1. Give Revs 2 a lot of credit here. Despite playing on their heels for much of this match, they shut down shooting angles. They tightened up in the middle. They really forced City 2 to have to be perfect attacking from the flanks if they were going to put one in through the run of play. The only goal for City came on that set piece. So despite the skewed numbers, a lot to take from this for Revs 2. Weverton in pursuit. How much time does City 2 have? Well, that's taken away by Bulma. Lost it here. 3 minutes of stoppage time, so just over 2 to go. Jimenez. City has to operate quickly here. Played forward towards the near side. Hope Gund. Cross center. Poked away, and the clearance from Miller.
Your attention, please. Substitution for New York. In the 90th minute, entering the match, number 44, Ronald Aravallo. Leaving the match, number 37, Stevo Bednarski.
Ronnie Aravallo will enter for Stevo Bednarski here in the 90 seconds. Aravallo, 19-year-old. Started his career in the 4th division. Time running out on City 2. It has been an effort worthy of success today. The sport does not always reward that. All things considered, NYCFC 2 supporters have to be encouraged by what they're seeing out of the system here to start off the 2023 campaign. Revs 2 looks like they've simply found a way. Seconds continue to tick away here. Revs 2 in no hurry. Ultimately, the shot total ended up not all that lopsided, 11-8 at the moment. 4-4 in shots on goal. Gaye telling everybody move forward. Whistle may blow here any moment. Throw in for City 2. And that's the final. Revolution 2 score goal number 2 in the waning moments. A match in which New York City FC 2 felt like they had the upper hand. Many moments. John Dennis, a sensational effort. Jonathan Jimenez, nearly the go-ahead goal. But eventually, Jordan Adebayo-Smith and the man of the match, Esmir Bayraktarovic, the game-winning goal. Here's the final sequence. It started with Peyton Miller on the near side, the 15-year-old with a beautiful switch over to Malcolm Fry, who advanced inside the 18, lays it off, earns the assist, and Esmir Bayraktarovic, the go-ahead game-winning goal in the 88th. And New England Revolution earns its 2nd victory in 2 matches. 6 points in 2 matches, always a great start to the season when that's the case. These two will tangle multiple times this year, and if it's anything like this one, it will be appointment television for supporters of this league and these 2 clubs. Tonight, the first round goes to Revolution 2. Jordan Adebayo-Smith in the first half, Esmir Bayraktarovic in the second. John Dennis, the goal scorer for NYCFC 2 off the set piece, but not enough. Encouraging signs for City 2. Revolution 2 earns the victory and the 3 points. Your final score, 2-1 to Revs 2. We appreciate you joining us tonight on MLSNextPro.com. From Foxborough, I'm AJ Ricketts. We bid you good night.